A first listen and analysis of Enter Sandman by Metallica. Enter Sandman comes off Metallica's self-titled album released in 1991. It's one of their most famous tracks, it's one of their signature songs, and it's got a bit of a story behind it. The track was slightly different when Hetfield first wrote the lyrics. He wrote it about infantile death, crib death essentially, deaths inside of the crib, and it was too on the nose, and a executive, an A&R, came back to Hetfield and asked him to change up the lyrics because he felt as if it was too on the nose. And so Hetfield agreed because he felt as if it helped the song out to be a slightly more vague and open to interpretation. So I think it'd be cool to hear what Hetfield's initial ideas were on this tune if they released it in like a bonus track or something like that. Regardless, that change up brought about one of their signature records, so we have that story to thank. And I've been waiting to get into some more Metallica for a while now. It's been a minute since I've heard something new from them, so let's get into this one. Lastly, I just want to highlight my favorite comment from the last track review I did of Metallica. This was from Seek and Destroy from the album Kill 'Em All, and the Dr. Flay has says this album originally had a different name. It's called Metal Up Your Arse, and the artwork had a hand with a knife thrusting up from the toilet bowl. Crazy imagery right there. But they had a creative disagreement, and from that meeting, the band apparently said the phrase, "I wish we could kill 'em all," and thus created the album title that they eventually went with. Great comment and a great story behind the album title name. Here we go. This is Enter Sandman by Metallica. I also have the lyrics here to help me follow along. Interesting start. Very different to normal Metallica records. This song sounds much more chilled out. Okay, maybe not. Lars with those drums. Oh, it's definitely crescendoing right now. The noise is building up. If there's one thing that I think underpins truly all of Metallica's music is intensity and anger, or aggression, you could even say. But that anger is really such a huge undertone to everything that they do. The way they play the drums, the attitude that he plays the guitar with, all of it is a channel of anger in the best way possible, you know, in a cathartic way. The same way that Pink Floyd, a lot of their music is about isolation or the loss of time. Metallica's underpinning sort of statement is always that intensity, the release or channel of anger, essentially. I love it, man. Those riffs are just, they get into your soul, dude, every time. Listen to the power of that. One brilliant thing about Hetfield's delivery on this one is that it's hard to tell if he's playing the bad guy or the good guy here, right? So far, if I'm getting this story correct, he's kind of speaking to a little kid here. And I'm not too sure if he's saying that he is this Sandman who's here to sort of hurt the kid, or he's the one who's been the answer to the kid's prayers. So say your prayers, little one. Don't forget, my son, to include everyone. I tuck you in, warm within, keep you free from sin. So when he says that, exit light into night, the way he's sort of delivering these notes and the power he brings with his voice, it's got an ambivalence in it. Is he the savior of the day, or is he actually the bad guy that his sort of son is, or this person, this young person is dreading, essentially. Let's see how this story unfolds so far. But this sort of nightmarish atmosphere has really been created by his vocals and that fantastic drum and guitar connection that's going on right now.
Off to Neverland. Something's wrong, shut the light, maybe not tonight, and the honors the white. Dreams of war, dreams of lies, dreams of dragons fire, and the things that will fight. Yeah. Sleep with one eye open.
I just want to make note of all the great lines in this thing here. When he says, "Take my hand, we're off to Neverland," right? Neverland is the Peter Pan reference, right? So what does he mean by that? Again, the sort of ambiguity of what he's saying. Is he the good guy or the bad guy in this thing? Because if he's the good guy, you can say that he's the one who's taking this child off into security, Neverland, when nothing can hurt you anymore. But if he's the bad guy, what he's saying is, I'm here to kill you and you die in your youth. You stay young forever, just like Peter Pan does. Brilliant lines there, man. Brilliant, brilliant lines, because they can be taken so many different ways. Again, with this band, the building of the atmosphere, the lyrics that they use, the music that they use, dreams of war, dreams of lies, dreams of dragons, fire, Snow White, all this imagery that's been created in your head alongside this music, and it's chugging along of the track too, with the drums and the guitars, the impending doom seems to be awaiting whoever this track is about.
Ripping your pillow tight, exit light, end of night. Take my hand, off to Neverland.
Very Hendrix-esque kind of guitar solo in this one. It's very different to the ones I've heard before, because this one had all these bending of the notes. It seems like he was using that effect. I think those are called like pedals, I guess would be the term. And it also adds the sort of mystery of who he is in this thing, because at the end of that last chorus where he goes, yeah, the way he laughed about it when he said it, all right, it's becoming more clearer to me that he's probably the bad guy in this thing. Oh, great effect on that guitar there.
Pray the Lord my soul to keep.
Pray the Lord my soul to keep.
If I die before I wake,
If I
Whoa.
die before I wake,
pray the Lord my soul to take.
pray the Lord my soul to take.
Okay, so we had sort of the ending off of what I felt was like the end of the nightmare with that fantastic effect that was left on the guitar. And now we have like almost as if the kid has woken up and he's like terrified by what he's just seen, and he's sort of praying now, and he's being led by the prayer through Hetfield. So Hetfield is saying it, and then it's like a call and response. So again, the switching of the characters. Is Hetfield the bad guy or the good guy? I just for a second thought he might be the bad guy, and here he is now sort of leading the prayer. Now I lay me down to sleep. Now I lay me down to sleep. So the kid responds, pray the Lord my soul to keep. So he's the answer to the prayers of the child. Really cool effect there. Let's see where this thing goes.
Little baby, don't say a word, and never mind that noise you heard. It's just the beast under your bed, in your closet, in your head. Exit light, end of night.
Turn it up.
Grain of sand. Exit light, end of night. Take my hand, off to Neverland.
That has to be one of the best riffs in metal. Damn, that's a cool effect. Oh man. Everything about this song was drenched in atmosphere. Oh my lord. Just real quick, that is a little bit of a pet peeve of mine when songs, they sort of fade out and you can hear in the background some awesome music being played. Is you can hear a sort of guitar solo happening again. It's like, dude, let me hear it. What's going on there? That sounds like the coolest part of the song. Okay, so I was saying every part of this track is drenched in atmosphere. Even the sections that are almost non-chorus or verse related, it's like him ad-libbing, like that end section with the outro, where it sounds like this never-ending nightmare, where his voice is modulated to go super higher pitch, or maybe it's just his growl kicks in and you're like, damn, he is the actual bad dude in this thing. And that's the coolest part of this whole thing. What does he play? Who does he play in this? Who knows? To me, he's playing the evil nightmare who's pretending to be the savior of this kid. So he comes in with this idea that he is answering the prayers only to end up being the nightmare that the kid has been dreading all along. And how they've managed to make a song that is so dark in its nature, which is essentially like a child's worst nightmare come true, into something that's so catchy and powerful. Dude, that riff is one of the best I've heard in metal so far. Who knows? I guess it would be cool to hear from you guys. Who do you think Hetfield's character in this is playing? Is he the good guy or the bad guy? Is he the answer to the prayers, or is he the nightmare that the kid is dreading all along? Other than that, it's another masterpiece from Metallica. This band is really the sort of high gold standard being set by metal, in my opinion.